Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Men of Yoshiwara, Kikuya, and we're still in Yudoha Season 2. We're gonna be here forever! But we just started in Chapter 5, and we realized that the lady we met the last time was the bad lady, even though, I mean, we knew that. Spacey didn't know that. She's just kind of stupid, but anyway. So yeah, we're just gonna keep going. We couldn't find her anywhere. Why do you have to be targeted? We already know why. Isn't it a human's desire to covet something rare? It's too selfish. I'll definitely protect you from them. You're so brave. Yudoha-san probably wasn't taking me seriously, but I truly believed that I would protect him. I mean, try, sure. Spacey, we should split up from here. Huh? Why? A woman walking in Yoshiwara during the day sticks out. Plus, there aren't so many people around. He's right. Before, my house was robbed in broad daylight. Even if Yoshiwara was strictly guarded, it could be dangerous with few people around like this. Please wait for me in Kikuya. Okay, I'll ask them if they saw someone like her. Please. I parted from Yudoha-san and headed to Kikuya. She's like, why? And he's like, go to Kikuya. You know what? That sounds like a great idea. She's get her fortune told. Azusa-san, I was just thinking of visiting you. Fortunately, I met Azusa-san outside of Kikuya. I needed to see you too. Me? As I was wondering why he needed to see me, he pushed a cloth sack onto me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. As someone said it's for you. It seems they'll get the payment from your husband. Hey, you bought a skirt for me. I'm gonna take your husband's head. That's not fair payment. I think I'm being ripped off just a little. Huh? What do you mean, my husband? What's inside of this in the first place? How am I supposed to know that? Well, my errand is finished. After he said that, Azusa-san headed back into Kikuya. Wait! I wanted you to do some fortune-telling for me. No. I'm tired because I'm doing that every day. Azusa-san refused me point blank and then went inside Kikuya. And the mysterious cloth sack remained in my hands. I already expected that he would refuse me. Refusing to give up, I ran after Azusa-san. Please, it's urgent. How can you rely on me when you don't trust my fortune-telling? You're right, but after seeing what happened with Kageru-san, I think I need your advice. I want you to help me like you did in Kikuya. It's not my business. Azusa-san turned his head back to me with an annoyed look on his face. Such a I will give them your head, you son of a bitch! If you really want me to help you, why don't you come at night and wait your turn? You're right. I know that's the reasonable thing to do, but please, I beg of you. I knew I was acting selfishly, but Yudoha-san might be in danger at this very moment. I couldn't wait quietly until night. Please, Azusa-san. I thought I heard a familiar voice. When I turned my head back, there was Kageru-san standing behind me. See, like, okay, like, I know he's, like, the young boy, but, like, there's just something about, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's not as bad as I keep thinking. Maybe it's just because he's irritating me, and I just be like, he doesn't fit in this game! Get out! Like, I don't know. I don't know, anyway. Why are you here, Spacey? Kageru-san, I'm sorry, I have something to do. I don't know what it is that you have to do, but please wait until we finish cleaning. Who's going to clean this place? I nodded to him and watched what Kageru-san was doing. Azusa, if you don't clean up today, we're going to have a problem. I don't care. No matter how many times you ask, I will never do that. How can you say something like that? You're new here. If you continue to ignore orders from the manager, you'll get put in the punishment room. Is he supposed to be on cleaning duty? Yes. Azusa's the lowest person. All his fortune-telling doesn't matter. He worked as a trainee. It's Yudoha-san's order, but he hasn't cleaned once since Yudoha-san left. Not once? That's a real big problem. Huh. I'll never do that. You're only hurting yourself, you know. Don't say I never told you. I can't believe that I'm gonna side with Kageru on anything. You're like, the little asshole is right, you twert. Twert? Twerp. And twat came twert. I don't know sometimes. Alright, well there you go. After saying that, Kageru-san left, and Azusa-san started to walk towards the back of the room. Unable to give up, I chased after him. Please wait! I'm not done talking to you! Please! I chased after Azusa-san while begging him, but he kept ignoring me. Even after saying that I would pay him, he wouldn't change his mind. Then, oh yeah! Well, how about this then? I'll do the cleaning. Once I'm done, can you do some fortune-telling for me? Bitch, I get my fortune-telling first. Azusa-san turned his head back and looked at me with a look of pity. What are you getting all excited about? Do you really think I'm going to say yes to that? Please say yes. He looked at me with cold eyes, but I didn't shrink back and looked straight back at him. I'm sorry, but I have to be pushy about this. Azusa-san's mouth was agape with surprise. Be pushy. He laughed? Azusa-san, who always had a sullen look on his face, was certainly laughing now. This is a surprise. What is? I'm sorry, but it's rare to see you laughing. I can laugh too. His face then turned red. Seeing him like this made me realize that these were things a boy of his age did. That's right. You're probably nervous to be somewhere that you've never been before. Can you stop making your own judgments about me? Am I wrong? You're totally wrong. So, what would you like me to predict? He changed the subject, probably to hide his embarrassment. All you had to do was embarrass him, Spacey. I'm not saying I'll do that, but I just want to know what it is. He didn't need to give me a warning, though. About Iroha-san. I think I told you already, but a band of thieves targeting ogre skulls are robbing the island. Oh? So Iroha is in danger now? Yeah, and if something happens to him, I'm turning your fucking skull into them, you son of a bitch. What? I'm just saying. I'll throw his ass under the bus to save my husband. I don't give a shit. I don't give no shits. Don't cross me, bitch. I don't think they know where he is yet, though. If they knew that, they would have attacked Iroha-san himself, not the house. But isn't it dishonest of you to believe in fortune-telling only when you're in trouble? I know, but I saw that you accurately predicted that the couple would run away from Kikuya, so... Or he set it up. I thought that he might be able to tell the future. Oh, okay, this is the one we were... Oh, okay, we're supposed to say I don't want to believe it. Even with the things as they were, my mind insisted on not believing in his fortune-telling. And yet, I believe that the power of your fortune-telling can surely save Iroha-san. What an annoying lady you are. And just looking at you really pisses me off. Azusa-san's face looked like he might be angry or annoyed. I felt a rage suddenly rising from Azusa-san's body. I felt scared by his glance and stepped back. Why are you running away? I don't know. I knew ogres were creatures that lived close to their instincts. I came to know this when I was with Iroha-san. I felt like I had just lit some sort of fire in him. I was scared. That was the last choice that we had to make to get his thing, so... It's the first time that I recognized Azusa-san as a fearful ogre. It's fine. If you can swear you'll believe everything I say, then I'll do it for you. That means... I knew he was alluding to what he said about my connection with Iroha-san. He was asking me to swear that I would believe that now. It was easy. It should have been easy. But I couldn't say anything. You're all talk. I'm not! I think that your fortune-telling is true and reliable, Azusa-san. But it's a different story if it's about my future with Iroha-san. It might be right to say that I didn't want to believe it. I guess it's better than someone who would just easily accept it. But it's really pissing me off to look at you now, so I won't do fortune-telling for you. No! She's been asking you so much. Why don't you do that for her? Kageru-san, were you listening? When I turned my head back, Kageru-san, who was supposed to have left, was standing there. You're still here? I came here to warn you guys not to make so much noise. You have also caused Spacey-san trouble. It wouldn't hurt you to at least do fortune-telling for her. He clicked his tongue a little and reluctantly accepted. After I was done cleaning, Azusa-san would do some fortune-telling for me. I quietly wiped down Kikuya's broad hallway. And there's still dust here. Okay. And there's some dirt here. Okay. Azusa-san was complaining to me like a mother-in-law. Why don't you give up now? No, I'll see this through to the end and then you'll do some fortune-telling for me. Or I will fucking kill you. I hate him. He's such a little twat. Azusa-san seemed like he didn't want to tell my fortune, but I ignored him and kept cleaning. You know what's really weird? We got one. I don't know how many CGs are in this, but we got one. And then that last choice was supposed to be to get his. I don't know when it happens, but it's like we've really only gotten one and we're halfway through. So it's like, how many CGs do you get in this route? Like, not a lot. I don't know. Anyway. And a while later, hey, since when did you start wearing that? Before I could respond, Azusa-san touched the hairpin that Iroha-san gave me. And then he took it from my hair. Why do you need to take it? Give it back! I didn't have time for that. I extended my arms to take it back. After you've done cleaning. Azusa-san easily dodged me. No! The hairpin is very important to me. Sorry, I have an itch in my ear. Keep cleaning. He kept the hairpin and was about to go somewhere. Panicked, I stood up and chased after him. Wait! Please wait! I rushed towards him and my legs stumbled. And just like that, I fell over. Idiot. Azusa-san was standing right ahead of where I fell. And coincidentally, Azusa-san happened to have his arms open. So I ended up being held in his chest. This would have been a good one for the thing. I'm sorry. I'll get away from you right away. First you're running away from me, and now you're closing in on me. Huh? Are you seducing me? Yeah, that's why he's being a bitch, because he's jealous. No way! You hugged me yourself. I don't want to hear your excuses. Azusa-san then put on a wry smile and held my waist strongly. It's always Iroha this and Iroha that from you, but any man will do for you, no? What happened just now was just an accident. Let me go! I tried to escape from him, but I couldn't win against his power. So, like, there's always, like, the angry asshole character, like, okay, hi. Right? But, like, no. And usually you're like, I mean, they're kind of a dick, but I kind of like them anyway. Like, but no, he's such an asshole. Like, this whole scenario, like, he's like, oh, yeah, you just want me. And you're like, oh, no! And it's like, but then you know you're going to fall in love with them anyway. Like, that's totally, like, there are paths like that in a lot of games, and you're like, I will accept this. It's a little fucking weird. Okay, whatever. It's getting rapey, but you know, we're here for this. I am not here for this. No. I know we're, like, you can't romance him anyway, but no. Thank God, because he is a douche, and I don't like it. And this is not how you do, like, the sexy being trapped by an asshole thing. Like, no, just nope. Nope. Anyway. Before I knew it, I had been pushed up against the wall, and there was no way to escape. Someone, please help me! Iroha-san! You're too loud. After saying that, Azusa-san covered my mouth with his hand. Oh, I thought he was going to kiss me, and I was going to be like, bite his tongue. The boy's hand was bigger and manlier than I thought. It was the hand of an adult. I couldn't say anything. It gets me excited when a woman is resisting. Okay, this is fucking creepy. That's why he doesn't want clients. He's like, no, because they'd be throwing themselves and I'd rather rape them. What a fucking... I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. Azusa-san laughed with pleasure and started to remove my blouse. An ogre. They would turn into an ogre when they got angry and when they became sexually aroused. I was scared. He was joking at first, but now he was serious. I had to escape. But the more I struggled, the more strength he put into his arms. He robbed me of my freedom. Your bosoms are softer than I thought. And then you say the word bosoms and you're like, and that just takes you out of it. Okay. I didn't want any man other than Iroha-san to touch me. Oh, I bit Azusa-san's fingers that covered my mouth as strong as I could. Ouch! What are you doing? Possibly because he was surprised, he loosened the power in his arms. And in that moment, I finally escaped from his arms. This is what I want to say. Do you hate me that much? Yes, I hate you. When I see you, I feel annoyed. So you want to rape me because of that? That just seems weird. When did he start to hate me so much? Before I could think of a reason, there was something that I needed to get back. Please, give the hairpin back to me. Spacey, this is where you kick him in the fucking nuts and you take that shit back. I didn't need his fortune-telling anymore, but just the hairpin. It was the gift that Iroha-san gave me as a promise of our wedding ceremony. That was all that I wanted back, so I cornered him to get it. Spacey, where are you? Iroha-san! We're here, the hallway in front of the parlor room. With no expression on his face, Azusa-san raised his voice. Why are you inside there like that? You'll get scolded if you get in the way. I could hear Iroha-san's footsteps as he was walking. I had to hurry and get it back. Azusa-san, give it back to me now. He won't forgive you. Shouldn't you be worrying about yourself first? Before I could ask him why, Iroha-san showed up. He's going to be like, why are you half undressed? Because he attacked me. Okay, look. I'm just saying. Do you think if I say he attacked me, he's like, your wife was throwing herself at me. Who do you think he's going to believe? I'm just going to throw this out there. He's going to believe my ass, you're dead. What is all this? If I told him that Azusa-san took my hairpin as a prank, would he forgive him? Don't fucking care. I was always worrying about other people like that, but I'm asking you, what's going on here? There was a mix of anger and disgust in Iroha-san's eyes. Why are your clothes messed up, Spacey? Huh? I was worried about the hairpin so much that I didn't notice it. And I had been cornering him to ask to give the hairpin back. So it looked like I was seducing him. No, this isn't... Iroha-san. He looked down at me with cold eyes. It felt like cold water was being poured on me. Iroha-san... What should I say to him? Tell him the fucking truth. You look like a slut. How dare you? How dare you? Pot calling the kettle black, bitch. Jesus. He said so as if spitting out the words, and my shoulders shook greatly. You should know me better, Iroha. I'm a little disappointed in you right now. I held back the impulse to scream. Fix your clothes. Yes. I shouldn't think about it. If I thought about it, I would cry. Thinking that I made Iroha-san feel disgusted made my body tremble. Was this the end of our relationship? It means that I brought this moment on myself. It's too late to regret my foolish mistakes. Are you still doing that? I couldn't stop my body from trembling, so it took more time to fix my clothes. I felt that it made him even madder. The vicious circle continued and tears rolled down my cheeks. I'm sorry. I'm finished now. I didn't want to show that I was crying, so I looked down and wiped away my tears. I remembered that the fear I felt when Azusa-san pushed me up against the wall was different. I wanted Iroha-san to somehow forgive me. You should tell him the fucking truth. I should apologize and explain. Thinking that, I held my hands in front of my chest, looked down slightly, and apologized. I'm apologizing for being attacked. This is fucking wrong. Iroha-san, I'm sorry. I don't want to hear your apology. He flatly refused my apology, so I couldn't say anything. Explain to me what happened exactly. Yes. I felt so nervous that I audibly gulped. I wanted to get fortune-telling to find out if the ogre hunters were going to kill you. So I asked Azusa to do that for me. He refused. I said I'd clean Kikuya for him to do it. So he said fine. But then when I was cleaning, he stole my hairpin and I was trying to get it back. And then he tried to rape me. And that's why my clothes are all messed up. And, the only reason he didn't is because I bit him. But then he wouldn't give me my hairpin back. And I didn't try to fix my clothes. I was just pissed about him stealing my hairpin. So that's what happened. Fucking say it. She's going to be like, I wasn't, girl. You should be so pissed and be like, this motherfucker tried to rape me, you son of a bitch, and he stole my hairpin, and I'm going to kill you. And then Iroha would be like, yeah, no, I believe that. I'm just saying. I just need to tell him what happened. But my brain was confused, and I couldn't say what I wanted to. Oh, dear God. I wanted to ask Azusa-san something. I should explain it to him clearly, even if I have to take my time to do it. I explained to him little by little with pauses here and there. What did you want to ask him? Well, that's... What should I say? The truth. If I said that I wanted him to do fortune-telling, it would mean I accepted our lack of connection. That's not right. I didn't accept it. I came here to accept it, but I couldn't. I don't know what I can say to make you understand. I will briefly explain. No, go fuck yourself. I don't trust you. What was he going to say? I hate sluggish explanations. Please do that later. What are you going to say? I'll explain it myself, you bitch! I'll explain it myself. You can't even speak properly. What are you going to say? Azusa has his Azusa has his explanation, too. I will listen. When he said that, the only thing that I could do was to close my mouth. Azusa-san came close to Iroha-san, and this woman was seducing me. She said that she'll do anything if I sleep with her. What? I didn't say anything of the sort! Are you trying to blame everything on me since you're scared of Iroha? You're such a bad lady. She also said... Iroha-san looked at Azusa with no emotion in his eyes. You're not enough for her, Iroha. You're already useless to her. No! I've never ever thought about you like that. Carried by a feeling asking why this happened, I did not shed a tear and was just dumbfounded. The silence continued. No one moved and no one opened their mouths. Thinking that I had to tell him the truth, I opened my parched mouth. Iroha-san, it really wasn't like that. Please believe me. I was so scared that I couldn't look at his face. I'm like, he fucking attacked me and stole my hairpin. Without saying a word to me, I heard his footsteps. He was leaving me. I was being cast away. All because of a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding. No. Huh? As a feeling of hopelessness consumed my heart, a large hand began caressing my head. If it was someone other than me, you would be getting divorced. Do you understand? Getting divorced because someone tried to rape me? Like, are you fucking shitting me? Okay. I love you, Iroha, but I'm gonna kick you in the fucking nuts right now. You are not gonna be able to use that. You're not gonna be able to use anything for like a month because I am literally going to fucking pummel your nuts. Like, fuck you. I love him, but fuck that. That makes me mad. Iroha-san. And she's not even gonna explain. She's gonna be like, oh, thank God. No. I'm gonna need you to hike your tits up and explain the shit the way it went down and be like, and no fucking way would you divorce me because someone tried to attack me. Go fuck yourself. I don't think so. Women rule this island. Do you want me to sell you back to Kikuya? Because I fucking will. Spacey doesn't take no shit in this game. I took some shit from Kikuya, but I didn't enjoy it. I can't forgive you for being alone with another man right before our wedding. You know I'm a very jealous guy, don't you? Then why the fuck did you send me to the brothel? I'm just saying. Unable to speak a word, I just stared at Iroha-san. Did I go overboard? I'm quite the actor, aren't I? Iroha-san chuckled and made a smooching sound as he kissed the corners of my wide-open eyes. I felt like something was coming back to my dried-up heart. Iroha-san smiled in front of me, and then he touched my body. My feelings were slowly coming back to me, and tears started to pour out from my eyes. And don't ever do that again, okay? I nodded many times. Again, I'm being chastised for, like, I should be allowed to be... I mean, I understand that, like, this is why you don't be alone with men in a whole house. I'm just saying. It's like, okay, point taken. Most of the other guys I can trust, but not this motherfucker, and I get it. But, again, you're blaming me, though, for him not being able to keep his fucking ogre in his pants. And we still never explained what happened. I'm very mad about this. Very mad about this. Good girl. Now you're being a dick. Iroha-san then held my head and let me cry into his chest. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Again, apologizing for being fucking attacked. I don't like this. I don't. This grates on my nerves. Do you just feel it? It's like nails on a chalkboard. Like your whole fucking spine is like, Just anger and rage inside of me over this. Without saying anything, Iroha-san carried my body from the side. That's it? You're forgiving her already? Has Spacey done something? I'm not a small-minded man who wouldn't forgive his wife just for being alone with another guy. Especially because I wasn't just... Ugh. Oh my god. But she... Listen, you told me that Spacey said I wasn't enough for her, right? Well, that's impossible. Iroha-san spoke to Azusa-san very clearly, leaving Azusa-san with nothing to say. Ha! Bitch! If you understand that, then move aside. You're in the way. What? Good. Carrot and stick. Gosh, you made such a scary man get mad. I heard a familiar voice. When I lifted my face, there was Takao-san, and he's like, oh, by the way, I saw the whole thing. I was just watching, because that's how I get my kicks. Look, I can't have her. I figured I'd watch somebody else do it. Takao, don't be that way. Your eyes are just like a rabbit's. I'm sorry for making so much noise. And don't look at her crying face. As soon as he said that, he clutched my head against his chest with his hand. It was a little suffocating, but somehow my heart felt happy. Stop it. Don't you think it's unseemly for a man to get jealous? Whatever. By the way, were you peeping? I don't think this should concern the top gentleman in Kikuya. You guys are being so loud with no concern for anyone else. What are you talking about? There is indeed no excuse for that. Iroha-san sighed next to my ear. Well, you guys did show me something entertaining, so I guess it's alright. This is gonna be an interesting man harem, I'm just saying. Look, this is Spacey stuff, isn't it? Why don't you carry it for her? Boy, please carry this. And no, that's what I'm saying. You're not a manager anymore. He's right. It'll be a problem if you're going to order people around. I heard Tokiwa-san's voice too, so I know that people were starting to gather around us. And can't you see? I have my hands full. I can walk by myself, though. You should stay in my arms. You really do spoil Spacey. That's what I'm here for, aside from the threatening to divorce me because I was attacked. That's... Look. You're allowed one dick move. That was Iroha's dick move. That's it. But he's still getting punched in the nuts later. Just saying. I can't say that I'm in a very good mood at the moment. But if you still want to make fun of me, then do as you please. He's a sly one, this ex-manager ogre. Indeed. As my ears picked up their laughter somewhere nearby, my heart hurt with remorse. I hate it when the MC's always, I feel so guilty because it's all my fault. It's not all your fault. It's never all your fault, but you're taking the guilt of this huge, like, the whole world ended, it's all my fault. It's not all your fucking fault that the zombie apocalypse happened to you. It had nothing to do with it. Why do you feel guilty? And this makes me more mad because it's absolutely in no way, shape, or form. There's, like, I understand, like, I feel, like, if something bad happens, you feel bad. Like, I wish I could have done something, even though you know you had no power to do something, so you can kind of understand when they're like, it's all my fault. No, it's not. Don't be stupid. But I understand you're empathizing, and sure, okay, I can kind of work with you, even though it irritates me. No, this is not your fault. You should not feel remorse. This is not what an assault victim should have to go through. This makes me so mad. So mad. He's like, you were alone with another man, and like, I know that Azusa was lying, but like, you still think that like, I somehow rearranged my clothes on my own? You don't, like, you're not like, that's bullshit. You attacked my wife, you son of a bitch. You just let it go. You should castrate this motherfucker. I'm so mad. I can't. I'm not enjoying Iroha Season 2. I love him. But I'm not enjoying this because Azusa makes me fucking pissed. This whole entire path. And I just want to light him on fire. I'm not having fun right now. Not having fun! By the way, I'll be borrowing a room. What? I think that's a bit too much. My words are absolute. No, you can't do that. Iroha-san didn't listen to their attempts to stop him and headed to a room without permission. I'm borrowing a room because I need to fuck my wife right now. Well, you know what? I was just assaulted, but I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this, like, not be slightly traumatized at all. Okay. He took me to the room and carefully put me down on the bed. I wondered if they would forgive him for behaving so selfishly. Iroha-san, shouldn't we go back home? And don't worry. They're still organizing before opening. I'll finish before any clients come. Wow. Okay? By finish, did he mean our talk? Was he still mad? That's not what he meant, Spacey. Of course. Whatever reason I had, the fact that I betrayed him didn't change. You did... So... I started to lift myself to get down from the bed. Where are you going? Oh, no, if you want to talk, I feel it's better to do so on the floor. We've already talked, haven't we? I know it was Azusa's prank. But was that really enough to resolve everything? So you know Azusa was a lying piece of shit, but you're still making me feel guilty like I did something inappropriate when I was attacked. Oh, God. Okay. Azusa-san's prediction that we'd be estranged from each other was still in my head. It seems that I was too mean to you. No, not at all. It's only natural for you to get that mad. I mean, yeah, but not when you understand the circumstances. I'm actually more worried that that was all it took for you to forgive me. You've misunderstood me, Spacey. Misunderstood? Urawa-san smiled wryly and scratched his cheek. Was it something difficult to say? I wasn't mad at you. I was just pouting. And so I said mean things to you without realizing it. Because you've never said a word to me about it. I see. Why was this happening? I just stopped crying and tears had started to fall from my eyes again. I was scared. Really scared. I thought you hated me, Urawa-san. I can understand that. Like, I thought you were gonna hate me because someone attacked me. Like, it's irrational, but you can kind of understand that. Okay, but it's all my fault. It's not all your fault. Stop it. I started to believe in his fortune-telling again. And somehow, I was prepared for this incident to be the moment that marked our separation. But my behavior was only coming from the idea that Urawa-san's life was my top priority. But of course, I didn't want him to hate me. I don't know how I would live if you hated me. You're being ridiculous. I'll never leave your side, Spacey. Okay, good boy. Pats on head. Urawa-san said that to me over and over again to calm me down. But I mean, again, you kind of directed your anger at me when it shouldn't have been, so I'm still a little upset with you at that. When you heard Azusa's lie, that's when I wanted you to say that you loved me the most. Urawa-san laughed a little and wiped away the tears flowing down my cheeks. And after I stopped crying, an attendant came to the room to carry my stuff and bring tea for us. You've become a nice, well-trained boy. Oh, no. With a happy look on his face, the attendant bashfully left the room. He was considerate and waited until I stopped crying. You probably feel thirsty after crying. Here you go. Thank you. I'll have some. By the way, what is this package? Oh, actually, I explained that it was something that Azusa-san had pushed onto me. With an annoyed look on his face, Urawa-san checked the contents of the package. This is... Do you know what it is? What appeared inside were the clothes that the lady recommended to me before. Those are the clothes that the lady I talked to before recommended to me. The boss of the thieves did that. Just what was her intention in doing that? Azusa-san gave me her message. That's right. Now that I think about it, it was like a letter of notice. I'll get the payment from your husband. That was what she said. My teeth chattered. As my teeth chattered, it took me a while to notice that I had been trembling. Interesting. Oh, quite interesting. Urawa-san, you're being targeted now. I know. And they also know that you're my wife. I have a feeling that I'll be able to take care of everything soon. Is it his fucking mom? You think it's his mom? I think it might be his mom. Like, I don't like to do things in a roundabout way, so I wanted to take care of everything all at once. This person was... Since we have these clothes anyway, let me see you wearing them. What a bold and wild person he was. Ah, that's right. He slapped his hands together, so I guess he thought of something. Since you're wearing it for me, I'll dress you. No, it's too embarrassing. Okay, I'm tired of her saying everything's embarrassing, but that would be like, let me dress you. That's a little awkward. It wouldn't be, that's too embarrassing. It'd be like, that's a little awkward. That might be awkward. sex, like, awkward, but not embarrassing. I shook my head to say that I couldn't let him do that. But Iroha-san didn't change his expression, just kept smiling. What are you talking about? Huh? What do you mean? Do you think that you have the right to refuse? Oh no! It's not time for that! And they interrupted our wedding, so there's no harm in enjoying this. If you know it, then give in. See, at least when he's getting forceful, it's like, you know what, you should just give in. Okay. Of course I don't have the courage to go against Iroha-san's words now. That is I mean, there's a layer of shade to that where you're like, he's like, do you think you can say no to me? And you're like, okay. And it's like, oh, I mean, would you say no to him? Probably not. But also, when she's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just do whatever you say, it's like, the underlying dynamic here is a little, I don't particularly, like, me, though, I totally, and he's like, I'm gonna dress you, and you're like, all right. So, it's really hard sometimes, because I get annoyed with the MC, like, no, let me deal with, I'll drive, you shut up, because she's an idiot, but her actual dynamic with him is a little awkward right now. Yeah, right, I have no right to refuse you because I was attacked by another man, so therefore this is my penance for making you angry. What the fuck? Like, the fuck? I'll forgive you, Iroha, because I do like you, but this whole season 2, I'm just gonna pretend this never happened, because this is just, the anger is just so there forever.
What you doing, booger? Hi. Oh, you snacking? Hi, you're so cute.
Anyway. I can take that to mean that you've given up then, right? Did Iroha-san have no fear? I stared at him in search to find what he was really feeling. Iroha-san put his finger on my blouse. Thinking about what would happen, my heart started to beat rapidly with anticipation and shame. Why don't you say something? The fact that she's constantly feeling shame for her husband undressing her is just really fucked up. Like, it's not endearing or cute or like, oh, it's sweet. It's fucking fucked up. And I hate it. I wish they would, I just, this whole season 2 thing enrages me, like, seriously. When I saw his face break into a broad smile, I knew that whatever I said would be useless. Also, again, because he's, again, you were just attacked and you made me upset, so now I will have sex with you and you, like, I mean, this is just, this whole scenario right now is just not appealing. I'm just gonna pretend this section of this whole entire, I'm just gonna pretend this whole season didn't happen when we're done, because, like, wow. You really are a mean person, Iroha-san. Unfortunately, I'm well aware of who I am. Please, dress me. You're sly. You're just gonna dress me, right? That's not... You're just gonna dress me, right? Like, that sounds so shady. You know he's not going to. You're sly. Are we just gonna cave and be a fucking doormat? You know, I really want the, like, fuck you. I want the, like, rage option, like, how dare you? But we'll go with the demure. Please dress me, you know. I felt really, really embarrassed, but I knew what Iroha-san wanted me to say. What happened? Your face turned red, but you didn't explain it yet. That is, I made up my mind and said it. Please dress me. Good job. First of all, why don't we take off these clothes that are just in the way? Stop it! I can do that here. Oh? Are you saying that you don't want to get dressed up for me? Not being sure if it was on purpose, Iroha's finger touched my skin and started removing my clothes. I don't have many chances to see your skin in the day like this. It's really fresh and fun. I'm very embarrassed, and that's why he's enjoying it. Again, normally this scenario wouldn't bother me as much, but again, this is almost like he's punishing me for being attacked, and it's just, there's a creep level here that's just making me uncomfortable. And I love Iroha, but this is making me uncomfortable with him right now. Like, you should think of it as punishment. Especially that, okay? I didn't read that, but I was literally thinking, I mean, what have we been saying since, like, he's punishing us? This is a... Girl, I can't even. If you do that, you'll resign yourself, won't you? I nervously nodded to Iroha-san's words. Yeah, I'm being punished for being attacked. Some fucked up shit. Ah, yes. If it's a punishment, then it needs to be more punishment-like. Huh? Iroha-san, what are you doing? Iroha-san's lips touched my skin. As soon as I realized that, my skin was being sucked strongly. I mean, it's not much of a punishment, but she's, about it. But, like, normally he's like, I'm gonna punish you by having sex with you. I mean, like, okay. But in this context, I feel like if you were in her position and just been attacked, you'd be like, this is the last thing I want to be doing right now. Even though I love you, but you're guilting me into this because, like, I did something, like, the rage button. Like, she doesn't have one, though. It's like, I'm punching her rage button, but she's just like, I'm embarrassed and shameful. Ugh, it's not the emotion that you should... It's like her only emotion. I'm embarrassed. I'm doing this so you won't show your skin to anyone. Well, I didn't do it on purpose. I won't show it to anyone. Oh, maybe you should... I didn't do it on purpose. I was attacked. Well, then it won't matter if I make a lot of marks on your skin, will it? Well... Iroha-san licked up the parts of my skin that turned red. It's so sexy when your white skin becomes red. I like it. No matter how much I insisted that it was embarrassing, he wouldn't stop. Exactly why. More than that, was this really punishment? Though I was embarrassed, I started to love Iroha-san's fingers and lips. Started to? You have been... I'm just so annoyed with her embarrassment constantly. And I was able to change my clothes after a longer than imagined amount of time. It really looks like clothes that were made especially for you. It really does. I'm surprised too. I breathed with my shoulders because of Iroha-san's fingers, but it was still surprising that the size of the clothes fit me so well. Maybe we should consider this clothing store to be our favorite after this. Iroha-san, that joke is too much. Oh, well, you don't need to get so angry. Really? Coming from the man who punished me for being attacked. I'm never gonna let it go. But it means that they really did their research on us. All I could do was nod to him. There was no way for them to easily know my size and prepare clothes that would fit my body. And where is the hairpin that you planned on matching with these clothes? Yes, that's right. I got carried away with everything and forgot. Well, when Azusa-san was molesting me, he stole it. Actually, Azusa-san took it, so... Iroha-san narrowed his eyes. That boy should be punished right now. Hopefully not the way you just punished me. Spacey has to stop and think for a second. Like, maybe if you were punishing Takao or Tokiwa or even Kagura, I'd be fine with that, but not Azusa. That doesn't turn me on. Like, you know what? In his place, punish one of the other gentlemen that I just named the same way you punished me. I'm just saying. That asshole just beat him. It can't be helped. I think he wants to cause me trouble because he hates me. Are you seriously saying that? Iroha-san opened his eyes wide. What did it mean? Well, it's fine. It's just that I don't like that you're oddly aware of it. Before I asked him why, Iroha-san smiled deeply at me and then turned me completely around. By the way, doesn't this bring back memories? Iroha-san smiled at me in front of a new silk mattress that had been laid out on the floor. His meaningful words and the lights of his eyes made me gulp. We can't do that! Was it a lie when you said that you regretted what happened? But I couldn't say that I didn't say it. But were we really going to do that here? I'll give you some extremely sweet candy as my apology for being mean to you. Is extremely sweet candy his dick? Because I think extremely sweet candy is his dick, is all I'm saying. What do you mean by extremely sweet? Your body must already know, right? He extended his right hand to me, but I was hesitant to hold it. We're in the shop, and this is not the right time for that. Seriously, again. Are you saying you don't feel bad about being attacked? Really? Seriously, we're gonna have this conversation again? Spacey, I'm gonna need you to nut punch this motherfucker. I love you, Roha, but right now he's being a douche, and we need to snap him out of it. Again, if the scenario were slightly different, I wouldn't feel that way, but considering what just happened to us, I just don't like being made to feel guilty about this shit. So. You're just wasting time trying to warn me like that. Iroha-san's words made my face quickly turn red. Come here. Iroha-san impatiently grabbed my arm and pulled me towards him. He's also a hornball and pretty much just wants to stick it in us at all times, so like... Are we really that sexy? Or are you just horny all the time? Like, I don't know. He pushed me down onto the bed and kissed me. I don't feel like waiting this time. Azusa touched your breast, didn't he? I thought he didn't care about that anymore. Iroha-san's tongue writhed intensely in my mouth. He stirred the inside of my mouth and occasionally bit my tongue and sucked it strongly. So awkward. While he was doing that, Iroha-san's hands fondled my bosoms intensely. In place of stimulation from his hands, he held my bosoms and delicately licked them with his tongue. Iroha-san... A sweet numbness covered my entire body and I couldn't stop calling out. But I'm gonna, because I swear to God, I'm not gonna keep doing the moaning. My brain couldn't think of anything and I just kept calling Iroha-san's name. You moan in a lovely voice. You won't get to hear it, because I won't do that. Like, she's like, why did you stop? That's fucking hilarious. I'm sorry. Why did you stop? I didn't say anything because I thought you already noticed. What was it? Not understanding what he was talking about, I looked up at the ceiling and thought, you really haven't noticed, have you? And there are no clients here now. So? I thought about what Iroha-san's words meant with my sluggish brain. I will tell you. I nodded him because I really wanted to know. Oh. That's what I was wondering. I'm like, so they're gonna hear me? Is that what you're thinking? Yeah. If someone hears your moans of ecstasy, they'd be able to tell it's yours. Oh, no! I instantly felt embarrassed and started to run away from Iroha-san. I was just getting to the good part, too. Iroha-san had been repeatedly complaining about the same thing. I can't continue after you say something like that. Like, seriously? Like, why'd you stop? You didn't notice? Notice what? Like, they're gonna hear you when you scream my name. I'm just saying. Like, okay, here's the thing. I get what he's saying. Like, your moans of ecstasy. If there was other people nobody would know. They'd be like, ha 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 ha. They wouldn't know. They'd be like, someone was boning someone. Plus, they'd all be busy. Like, right now they're not busy, so they're all like, who's the only person here? Yeah, okay. You know, but also, if I'm calling out his name, don't you think they'd assume it was me anyway? They'd be like, I heard some moaning and I heard Iroha's name being called out, so it must have been Spacey. And you're like, what? How? What? Just saying. Anyway. It was so embarrassing that just recalling it made my face hot. I hope no one heard me. I sighed as I walked, and while doing so, Tokiwa-san and Takao-san were standing there. I thought you left already. You're still here. I'm sorry. I was supposed to go back soon, though. This is getting annoying. You two can't make this place into your love nest. Hey, what's that package? Tokiwa-san looked surprised and pointed to my clothes. Oh, these are the clothes that were recommended to me by the person I met at Inari's shrine. Did you buy it? You made a good purchase. I guess the clothes peddler that comes around these parts has some quality items, eh? Speaking of that peddler, she said she would come to Kikuya later, but I'm disappointed that she didn't. What happened to her? She didn't come by the shop. But she gave these clothes to Azusa, didn't she? What? So did Azusa and the peddler know each other? No, but Azusa-san is famous for his fortune-telling, so... As I started to say that, I felt a bit weird. The peddler lady sounded like she had never been to Kikuya. So how could she ask Azusa to take care of that package? I guess she could easily find out that Iroha-san took the boy in and that he had an ogre skull. But it should be difficult to connect the boy to me. It's a different story if she knew about my relationship with Iroha-san, though. Tokiwa, did that peddler lady say that she was going to come to this shop? Yeah, she said she would come here to sell clothes. Why? Iroha-san put his finger to his chin and started to think about something. No, nothing. But I have to trouble you guys with something soon. What happened? I don't have proof yet, so... Think what's-his-face is an asshole? Traitor? Takao-san and Tokiwa-san had puzzled looks on their faces. Azusa's like, they were gonna take my skull, so I told them I'd find another one! I don't know. I'm still curious if that lady's not his mom, because we're like searching for his mom, and then all of a sudden this lady's here, and they're like, oh, by the way, we gotta still find your mom. I'm just saying. Or they want you to believe that. So, Takao-san and Tokiwa-san had puzzled looks on their faces. Yes, it was a definite thing. Wait, what was it? Yes, it wasn't a definite thing yet. Okay. But the thieves that were targeting Azusa-san and Iroha-san should show up soon. We were quite sure of that. You guys are still here? I really want to hand him over to them. Just... As we talked about what would happen later, Azusa-san came out from inside of the shop. He had a cleaning cloth in his hand. Perhaps he was seriously cleaning up this time. You came at a good time. Give back the hairpin that you took from Spacey. Are you saying that I'm the bad guy? You know that taking things from people is bad. Yes, I know. Azusa-san threw away the cleaning cloth and looked at me with meaningful eyes. Fortune-telling. Huh? As those unexpected words flew out of his mouth, my heart raced. Is fortune-telling all right with you? I'll keep this as payment for that. No! You can't just decide that on your own. I don't want to. Oh yes, I forgot to ask what you were talking about with Azusa before. I didn't have the courage to look at Iroha-san's face next to me now. I'm like, oh, I wanted him to do some fortune-telling to find out if the thieves were going to kill you and then he tried to rape me. Is that what you wanted to know? Oh, that's what I should have told you before? Yeah. Well, that is... I wasn't trying to talk to him. He was trying to molest me. And then he stole my hairpin. He stole my hairpin first, but like, fuck it. Details. I had to tell Iroha-san in a way that wouldn't create a misunderstanding. I was scared, and I still feel scared now. I told you many times that it would be okay. Iroha-san combed my hair gently with his hand, but the kinder he was to me, the more scared I became. It made me imagine what would happen if I lost him. I happened to see Azusa-san's fortune-telling come true, so when I wondered if there was anything that I could do, the first idea that came to me was to ask him to predict the future. What? Well, I'm not sure if that's short-sighted or just simple of you. You don't need to say it like that. I felt like he was looking down on me, so I angrily glared at him. Seeing me like that, he put a smile on that seemed like okay, that's why I got confused. That seemed both wry and happy. Spacey. Yes? When he called my name, I reacted by straightening my back. Your feelings for me are enough. You don't need to believe in fortune-telling that won't come true for my sake. Iroha-san said that clearly, but I actually saw his prediction come true for someone. And that was just a coincidence. Iroha-san said that in a concise manner. Perhaps he was indicating that he wouldn't listen to any more of this, so he looked away from me. You're stubborn. You too. Iroha-san was firmly against me having my fortune told. Are you saying you don't want me to have my fortune told no matter what? Iroha-san nodded to my question. Why are you being so stubborn? He is unconsciously distorting the results of his fortune-telling. What did he mean by that? So no matter how many times he tells our fortune, it will never come true. Iroha-san put his hands out to Azusa-san. Azusa, she won't be having her fortune told. Or return the hairpin. And even still, I cleaned all of Kikuya and you fucking tried to rape me, so I'm pretty fucking sure you don't get to keep my hairpin for some fortune-telling, you son of a bitch. You owe me. Come now. Iroha-san extended his right hand toward him to corner him. Do I need to keep pointing out that he tried to attack us? I'm just saying, because nobody seems to want to say that. It's like somehow my fault, and I don't like that. I don't like how we glossed over this bullshit. gonna scrape that gloss off this shit and show the nitty-gritty bullshit that happened. Show that ugliness for what it is. Put a fancy bow on it and call it a story. The fuck? Iroha-san extended his right hand toward him to corner him. You look stupid getting all riled up like that. Azusa-san sniffed his nose and then gave it back to Iroha-san in a rough manner. What about your apology? Iroha-san, I don't care about that so much. I grabbed Iroha-san's arm to stop him from quartering Azusa-san any further. Now wasn't the time to worry about Azusa-san. Gosh, I'd like to see your parents' faces. I smiled wryly in response to Iroha-san's words and stroked the red agate hairpin in his hand. I'm sorry that I let it leave my side, even if it was just for a little while. Even if it was because it was stolen and then I was attacked. I just want to keep pointing that out. May I put it in your hair? Yes, please. I'm sorry I let it go. Wasn't my fault though, but again, I'm apologizing for this. Iroha-san bent forward to put the hairpin in my hair. I felt refreshed when his eyes, the same ones that I always looked up at, met me at my level. It does look good on your hair. I'll never lose it again. I touched the hairpin gently. I mean, you can't really promise that. And please don't. I just don't know what I'll do if it's taken away from you again. Kill Azusa? He whispered that in my ear, a voice that trembled with fear. I nodded deeply. Let me get a better look at it on you. Look at it on you. It looks really good on you with these clothes on. From apparent happiness, Iroha-san kissed my hair many times. His kisses tickled me and made me wriggle my body as I laughed with joy. What a stupid smile. I heard Azusa-san's voice as he looked at us from afar with daggers in his eyes. Like, what is his Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do you think that he's the guy that we were supposed to marry? Remember when Mom was like, I'm going to buy you a husband from the mainland. And like, do you think it was him? And then he was like, what? And now he's back for like revenge? And you just happen to be an ogre? Like, do you... That... Okay, I'm sorry. But if that is not a twist in this, I'm going to be sorely disappointed. Because that would be fucking amazing. Like, that would explain why he is such a pissed off little bitch. Like, she should have been my wife and then you took her from me, you stupid man whore. Like, oh, they gotta be great. Anyway. What was that you said? Nothing. You better understand where you are. You're the one who better understand. Before we knew it, Tokiwa-san and Takao-san showed up. They left? And do you know what you call the feeling that you have right now? What are you saying? I was just pissed off to see her smiling like that. Well. Seems you don't understand just yet. So what? He then became irritated and his face turned red. He'll mature soon enough. I don't want him to become mature with my wife. But if it's not causing any harm, then I don't care. Iroha-san seemed to understand what they were talking about, so he got into a bad mood. What happened? Will he become an adult? You guys seem to be having fun! You guys seem to be having fun! That is like the dumbest fucking thing. That is literally like, I am stupid! They're literally like talking about like he's jealous or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? But like, will he become an adult? I just feel like that's a weird question to ask. Like, is he gonna fuck someone? Like, that's basically what we're asking. I'm gonna go with the what happened, because obviously just like, what happened? I don't know. But the will he become an adult is just so awkward and weird. What happened? I was hoping that you would continue to not notice, Spacey. I forbid you guys from giving her any more clues. Do you understand? Takao-san and Tokiwa-san nodded with gleeful grins on their faces. Hush, it's one thing after another. And now I won't be able to let her walk outside alone anymore. Iroha-san then looked at me. Just what was he talking about? Like, are they basically like, oh, he's grown up and matured and he needs to mate now. We're not animals. The fuck? It's weird. Anyway. You don't need to worry about it, Spacey. Okay. I need to talk to the manager, so please wait for me here. Okay, is it about something important? It's not something that will make you worried. It'll be over soon. After he said that, Iroha-san went back to the back of the shop with the manager. As I idly waited for him, "Are you a client? The shop hasn't opened yet." "Ah, I see. I'll come back later." "It's you!" The person who showed up was the peddler lady that gave me the clothes. "Well, wait, please." Oh, God. Before I knew it, I sprinted out of the shop to chase after her. No one else was there to be like, "That's her!" I ran after her. She left the shop. This is stupid. We're so fucking stupid. We're gonna get dead. Can I help you with something? Yes. I ran all the way to the gate without thinking about it. But I wasn't going to lose sight of her here. Her beautiful face had a mole under her eye. I couldn't confirm sight of the tattoo that I heard was on the back of her neck, though. "You received the clothes, didn't you?" "I'm fucking wearing them, bitch. Jesus." Yes, I wanted to express my gratitude." "Thank you so much. But, about the payment." "You can pay me whenever you like." "There's no need to say that. My husband is inside, so can you come and wait a little?" I wanted to take her to Iroha-san somehow. If I did that, it would remove the element of danger. "You say that, but the shop hasn't opened yet, right?" "Well, that's true, but..." I had to keep the conversation going, but I didn't know what to talk about. "Well, where are you staying? I'd like to see your other products." "Oh, well, thank you, but I'm always selling my items here and there." She politely dodged my question. How could I get information on her? "Spacey, where are you?" From inside the shop, I heard the voice of Iroha-san who was looking for me. "Oh, that's my husband! Come with me!" "Well, I'll be going now. Excuse me." I tried to stop her from leaving, but she quickly started to walk away. "Iroha-san, I think I saw the boss." "What?" Iroha-san leapt out of the shop. Iroha-san stopped moving. He could see her, but he didn't try to chase her. Dumbfounded, he just stared, fixed on her figure. "Iroha-san?" He didn't respond to me, even when I tried to talk to him. I guess something like this has never happened to him before. I'm telling you, that's because it's his motherfucking mom. What was going through his mind as Iroha-san watched her from behind? I'm telling you, it's gotta be. That'd be fucking, like, come on. Look, if it's not his mom, and Azusa is not the boy that we were supposed to marry in place of Iroha, right? Then I just don't even fucking know what the point of this path is. Like, I don't, because that's just fucking brilliant. But anyway. So I'm going to wrap this part up here, and we'll continue next time. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up, and subscribe to see more.